All right, sweepies, let's try that one more time. Well, let's try that one more time.
You are listening to Breakfast with Tiffany with your host, Tyffanie Morgan.
That's right, sweepies. It's me. It's me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan. Bum, bum. Well, hello there, my little sweepies and my little love muffins from all around the big blue world. This is your hostess, Miss Tyffanie Morgan, calling to you live from Kingston, Ontario, Canada, the home of limestone and the home to me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan. That's very important. That's very, very, very important. Oh, goodness sakes. Can you see? I decided I do record these sessions live on my Facebook channel. And I decided through some pressure to turn the video on. So, unfortunately, you're not seeing that right now. But yeah, I'm like, there's things on the walls. There's bulletins and markups and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But hello, welcome. You are listening to CFRC 101.9 FM. And thank you so much for supporting CFRC 101.9 FM by going to CFRC. We're in our midst of fundraising. So go to donate now, and that's all just one word, cfrc.ca/donate now to help continue with this fabulous programming that we have here for you. Hello, sweet peas. Hello, Kitty. All right. So, what do we have for you today? That's the question. What do I have for you today? Well, it's just me. It's just me. Didn't get any guests and didn't get any recording done. I'm sorry. What can I say? We had a drag show. Last Saturday. So that was lots of fun. So this was my first, because I used to host a lot of drag shows in town here. And then when the pandemic happened and lockdown happened, I just stopped for obvious reasons, because you had to. And these are in-person drag shows I'm talking about too, because we have to remember about that now. There's in-person, and then there's like virtual and online and da-da-da. But yeah, so this was my first show that I organized and put together, and I thought it was really great. It was called Around the World. It was last Saturday. I loved it. The audience loved it. The audience, they maintained, like, they did everything that they're supposed to do. Wear your masks when you're not seated and drinking, and just your social circles. Sitting at those tables, and we had a lot of the seating was all, social distance, the 2 meters and stuff like that. I was really proud with myself. What can I say? I was really proud with myself that I thought I put together just organized. And I'm not even talking about the talent. I'm not even talking about the performances here. I'm just talking about, like, just being able to have people there safely. And I'm very proud of my like 10-yard long wrap around bubble sort of thing on the stage, and it looks good. Like, there's so many other stages where you have the physical barrier, the clear see-through, whatever it is, and sometimes it's not the best viewing pleasure. You know what I mean? Sweepies? Sometimes, like, the lighting, if you do lighting from somewhere else, it's bouncing off the clear plastic or whatever you have as your barrier. And you're just like, oh, I don't see anyone. Well, it was fabulous. It just gave me life. What can I say? It just gave me life. The performances were great. Vinnie Von Vinci, Lilith Kane, Peaches. You may have heard Peaches on this program before, and I totally plan on getting Vinnie on this program, and as well Lilith Kane, because Vinnie specifically, like, it's really interesting to get a drag king perspective. I know what being a drag queen is, or at least for me. But getting the perspective of a drag king, which is which is like a woman who dresses as a man sort of thing, right? And that's maybe we can broaden that term a little bit more. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, I totally forgot to turn the email off. All right, let's do that. Where are we? Where are we? Yeah, it was just so great. It's just so great. So, uh, yeah, we'll save that for later. We'll save that for later. But yeah, so that's my little recap about around the world. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun, and I'm sure the people who attended will say the same as well. I want to. So this is going to be a very odd program because I'm fundraising for two things. One for CFRC, which you've already heard. Um, Actually, let me just get that. So yeah, CFRC. Yeah, we're doing a funding drive right now. So go to cfrc.ca/donate now. And yeah, so CFRC has been around for a very long time, and it's really all about the local fundraising and stuff like that to bring home local programming. Because this is in Kingston, Queen's University, Kingston, Ontario. It's just very local. So think about donating to CFRC. But I am also doing a fundraiser for Rainbow Railroad myself, and other drag performers here in Kingston are joining as well. Currently, there's just three of us on the team, but there are others who are going to be joining very shortly. So it's me, it's Peaches, and it's Rowena currently on there. But Lilith and I believe Vinny have signed up, will be signing up later on. Oh, and Mimiosa as well. But so Rainbow Railroad, if you haven't heard me talk about it already, I'm going to talk about it again. But this charity saves LGBTQI lives from around the world, getting them out of harm, out of danger, into safe spaces. And a lot of times that's maybe just a plane ticket. But sometimes it's a lot more than that. It's going from safe house to safe house, plane ticket, getting into a different country, maybe multiple flights. It's very complicated, and it can be quite expensive. So on average, it's $10,000 per person. So what they're trying to do is save 60 lives in 60 days. So they're trying to raise $600,000 to save 60 lives. And I'm trying to fundraise for that as well. So if you go to donate.rainbowrailroad.org/fabulous, that takes you to our Facebook team. Sorry, not Facebook team, our Railroad Rainbow team. And you can see all the different performers there. You can donate to me, Tyffanie, so Tyffanie. You can donate to me. You can donate to the team. You can donate to other people. But whatever you do, please do donate. I've gotten some criticism that the form automatically defaults to $200. But you trust me, sweet peas. You can put in your own denomination. That's not going to be an issue. That's not an issue. Oh my word. Oh my word. I'm not used to seeing my video here. But yeah, I may talk about that later on in the program. So there was some money that some tips that I generated at the last show, and I've added them already to the team there. So, and we're looking at different ways of fundraising for the Rainbow Railroad, my little team here. So, Rowena is going to be doing some merchandise. Lilith, I think, is going to do some merchandise as well. Peaches was going to do some 50-50. And I'm thinking I need to do something, some sort of online something or other. Whatever. If you have an idea, just feel free to share it with me on my socials. So Tyffanie, Tyffanie. I'm pretty much the only drag queen. I'm sure you can figure it out. On Facebook, wherever. Oh my word. Thank you, CFRC, for having me on the program. On the airways again. Oh, goodness sakes. Yes, yes. So donate.rainbowrailroad.org/Tyffanie. or fabulous, whatever you want to do. CFRC fundraising. I'm just going through my list right now. What other things are going on? Recap of about the round world. Oh my goodness sakes! I can't believe this is the first thing on the list. I should be talking about this important event. The Transgender Day of Remembrance is this Friday, November 20th, and is an event, and I want to I normally do all my events all in one little go here, but it seems to be that it's just this whole program is just about events, I think. So I gotta find it again. It's somewhere on my Facebooks here. So it is a live event on Facebook Live through the Kingston Pride website. Kingston Pride Facebook page. There's an event for it. It's called Transgender Day of Remembrance TDOR. And that will be an online live event happening online live. Did I mention online live? At 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday, November the 20th. Oh, yeah. I have things on different screens, but they're not beside the microphone. So what have I done? What have I done? Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment or two. Oh my word. Yeah. Modern technology. It fails me. Yeah, so I wanted to read a little bit about this. So, the Trans Day of Remembrance, sometimes it's called Trans Day of Remembrance, the abbreviation, held on November 20th every year. So this has been going on for quite a few years now. And there's always been a vigil or memorial on Queen's campus. Is a solemn reminder of the precious lives lost in the trans community, so tragically taken because of hate, intolerance, discrimination, and violence. And see if I can get the microphone in front of me while we read that. So it was started by trans advocate Gwendolyn Ann Smith in 1999 to honor the memory of Rita Hester, who was murdered in Massachusetts in 1998. It has since become a worldwide event to honor the memories of victims of violence and transphobia. In Gwendolyn Ann Smith's words, it is vitally important that those we lost are remembered and that we continue to fight for justice. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've attended Transgender Day of Remembrance vigils on Queen's campus in years past. And this year, what's going on is that we're going to be doing it virtually. So that will be on Facebook Live. Find the event. Education on Queer Issues Project, which is a Queen's group, and Trans Family Kingston are the ones hosting it. I'll be helping out doing it live on Facebook for them. So if anything goes wrong on the with the streaming, blame Tyffanie. Blame Tyffanie. Whatever you do, just blame me. All right. I hope nothing goes wrong. I cross fingers. I'm strong cross fingers. There we go. Cross fingers. So if you're able to attend that virtually online, please do. And again, that's 7 p.m. this Friday, November the 20th. Yeah. Goodness sake. Well, let's go into some other upcoming events in and around Kingston, shall we? Yeah, the music was just blaring there. All right. So, Cheap and Cheerful, another drag show that I'm organizing, is coming up November 28th. I've already sold a table. Wow. A social circle table. So, November 28th, that is a Saturday. So, doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. You can buy tickets online at dragshow.ca. That's dragshow.ca. It's called Cheap and Cheerful. I finally, um, I confirm what is it, the people who will be presenting, the people who will be performing for me. So it's Mimi Osa, Rowena Way, and Fabian Fabulous. So Fabian Fabulous is a drag king, and I've worked with Fabian before at the Underground with another Queens group. Oh no, I just forgot the name. Anyway. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But yeah, this is it's going to be interesting. It's going to be well, not interesting. It's going to be a fabulous evening, and it's all about being cheap and cheerful, sort of thing. Like have some, uh, well, whatever. I was like, have some cheap wine. Da 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 da. Just do that after the show. But it is the season, right? It is the season. Christmas decorations are popping up everywhere, and wreaths and garlands and all that kind of stuff. So it's all about getting some cheap wine and and just enjoying yourself, sort of thing, right? Right. So cheap and cheerful. So that is up. November 28th. What else is going on? So I'm going to go to outin.ca, outin.ca, your source for LGBTQ plus events in Kingston and the surrounding area. So an important thing too is to say that the Queer Prom Radio is at Thursday, the November the 19th at 4 p.m. on CFRC 101.9 FM. Beers for Queers, it's a standing event every Saturday at the Tiernanog. I said it was at Monty's, but they've been hosting it at the Tiernanog, the main room there. There's this little side area that they use. So you can, I think you can reserve tables and stuff like that by contacting the venue. And yeah, and then on the 28th is the Cheap and Cheerful, and yeah, and yeah, every third or second Wednesday, a trivia night out at Spearhead Brewery out in the West End. Yes, I do have electricity. Someone just messaged me. Yes, I have electricity. That's okay. Are we having power outages? I hope not. No rolling power outages, please. All right. So, I'm just burning through this. What else can we talk about? Just, we can talk about, oh, let's talk about Christmas then, shall we? Let's just, yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's talk a bit about Christmas. So, I have no idea what's going on for Christmas. My plans are so up in the air. You just can't tell. You just can't tell where we're going to be. Right? Is it going to be like a lockdown? What's going on? I have the COVID alert app, let me tell you, and that runs on my phone. I'm pretty sure it eats up my battery too. I'm pretty sure, like, I have to plug this thing in twice a day. Not because I'm checking my Instagram, but maybe because I'm checking my Instagram. And but it just seems to be. I think it's a hog on my battery strength, but I have it downloaded, so that's a thing that you need to do. I've had my flu shot, and hopefully sooner or later this COVID vaccine will come out soon too, but obviously not before Christmas. Not before Christmas. That's that sucks. But yeah. So what are your plans? Are you making plans? It's so difficult to make plans so far ahead sometimes. But if I've learned anything about finally getting my own first organized drag show under my belt, it's don't get caught up in the future thinking, right? Don't like future thinking is always great, but don't get caught up with, oh, this could happen, that could happen, sort of thing. Just focus on what's important and what's okay now, right? Um, mitigate all those sort of things. Like, I was having fun taking people's temperatures with the touchless, like little laser. I was like, that's my little gun sort of thing. I'm sure it was like a little touchless laser gun, and that was fun. And people were loving that when, they're like, a drag queen's like, hello, sweet peas, can I take your temperature? It's totally voluntary. And you see green and you're like, okay, green means go. It was kind of, we were having some fun with that. And that was, I think, at one point a requirement back in the day. But the new rules and stuff like that, it's not necessary. But hey, it's an added little bonus. But it's the plan for plan for the future with, this in mind right now, right? Not what could be coming down the road. And if things change, like let's say, planning Christmas or something like that. If things change before then things changed and you have to change your plans. Just try not to stress about it. I worry about mental health issues sometimes out there. I have read a few little articles that I guess there's some there's some not triggers, but there's some indications about some pressures on people's mental health, sort of things. So, just live for the day, I suppose. That sounds so trite, doesn't it? Sometimes, just live for the day, like. But it's true. It's true. Oh my word. But yeah, and I think that's why I really enjoyed going out and doing something for others. Like everyone, I assume was smiling, but they all had masks on. I can see twinkles in their eyes. The performers appreciated it too because it is a big challenge. I talked to a lot of the drag performers on this program, and one of the challenges is lack of, not lack of, but a loss of income. And I think that's across the board, really, right? So we all have day jobs. And all of us are working, right? But you're not, but those little drag dollars and stuff like that, which goes towards your craft, quite often it's just reinvested right back into wigs and makeup and outfits and stuff like that. That was lost. And it's nice to be able to get back into that kind of norm sort of thing, right? Where we feel comfortable. Hey, it's not for everyone. I understand. Like, I know some patrons who used to come out, they don't want to come out because they have to think about themselves and their families. And I totally understand about that. But yeah, call your friends, call your neighbors, see how they're doing. Live for the day. Yeah, exactly. Live for the day. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Oh my word. It's yeah. That's my little life lesson that I took back. And I took all the energy. So for performers, because this is an art. This is an art form. It's a performance art. Doing drag shows and stuff like that, it feeds our souls. It feeds all the performers' souls just to be able to get out there on the stage and entertain people. There is some sort of like, feedback somehow that just feeds our souls and just helps us get through the tough times and make plans for the next time and all that kind of stuff. So it and you can see that with I've talked to stage actors and stuff like that, and that that's what they need as well. That there is some sort of being able to have that outlet, getting that applause, getting that kind of affirmation. It all just feeds your soul, and you just love it. Or it feeds your ego as well, but. Sometimes my ego may need a little check every now and again. Oh my word. Yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And Transgender Day of Remembrance. So I'm just going to loop back into that. So the live event will be happening on Facebook at 7 p.m. on Friday, November the 20th, and that is hosted by Trans Family Kingston and Education on Queer Issues Project. And that is on the Transgender Day Remembrance, remembering people who have been lost due to transphobia and violence against trans people. It's if you've ever attended a vigil, as we used to call it, memorials, vigils. There used to be like a candle light. There still is candle lighting, I think, online. Think about lighting candle on that day for yourselves as well, if you want to. Um, but they read out the names of trans folk who have died, and it's tragic. It's tragic. It's through transphobia. It's through hate. It's there's also the some situations where they're in vulnerable uh, situations, and then they become victims and stuff like that. So it's something to think about. Talking to some of your trans friends, they can share some of those stories as well, right? Um, you know, Not just physical violence, but the emotional violence, or even just, passing down the street and people might say something inappropriate at you, or in passing or something like that. And there's a lot like, but this day, on the Friday, we do remember those who have been lost due to trans violence and transphobia. So light a candle, sweet peas. Log into Facebook and at 7 p.m. and we can share that together. And like I said, if there's any problems with the technology, it's probably Tyffanie. So just blame Tyffanie for that. Speaking about lighting candles, we're running out of time here, but I lit some candles outside my doorway for Diwali, which was the Saturday as well. The Saturday, November 14th, and yeah, it's interesting when you think about Diwali. Like, it's celebrated by what, a third of the world's population, maybe more. And I only heard about it as an adult maybe 5 years ago. But I'm glad to see that it's a celebration that is shared amongst so many different faiths and stuff like that. And it's something I want to kind of take on. So what the basic thing is, lighting some candles outside your home, the light defeating the darkness, as some programs talk about. And I did that this last Saturday, and I'm really happy for that. And yeah, yeah. Hey, if there's anything happening next Diwali, just give me a shout. Give me a shout. I'll probably, as soon as we get the vaccines, as soon as I get the double shots of the vaccines, go to a nightclub and then come back. And then we'll talk Diwali, all right? Oh my word. Oh my word. All right. So, you know what? I can't believe I totally forgot to change the screens there. Anyway, so sweet peas, I'm going to get going here. I'm going to get going. So, if you feel inclined to donate to Rainbow Railroad, so go to donate.rainbowrailroad.org/fabulous for our drag queens Limestone City Drag group. If you're also inclined, maybe before that, donate to CFRC 101.9 FM by going to cfrc.ca/donate now. It helps with a lot of the programming. And you're listening to Breakfast with Tyffanie with me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan. So, sweet peas, I give you my love. Mwah! You stay safe now.